Okay, we're here now again to review the latest Batman The Killing Joke animated movie. We had seen it here, myself, Brady, and another friend, Steve, and we saw it in theaters, luckily, and we just want to give our thoughts on what we saw, and I'm just gonna go over the main comic. I read it not too long ago. I'm late to the party on The Killing Joke. For the most part, on all these stories. I'm a huge DC fan, but this is pretty much the penultimate Joker story.
Yep.
It's one of the best, and it's short. It's relatively, it's
way short.
Definitely short. So, and the movie adaptation, it's no surprise that it adds more story.
Right.
And that's what we'll get into. But what are your thoughts on the Batman Killing Joke novel, the graphic novel?
The graphic novel, I think, is stellar. The artwork, Brian Boland kills it. His artwork's so awesome in it that, like, a lot of the scenes you can just be like, oh man, I want that as a poster type work. And so the artwork is fantastic. And then Alan Moore, we know Alan Moore can write good stories. I mean, Watchmen and Killing Joke. And yeah, it's one of the darkest Batman stories, and it's just fantastic. And so I've read Killing Joke multiple times, and so the graphic novel I adore. I adore the graphic novel. As for the movie I thought was good. I liked it. I thought it was kind of slow at the beginning, and the artwork, like, it's hard to follow up with somebody like Brian Boland, but they did the best that they could.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of imitated his style a little bit with their animation, but yeah, that does seem to be the main issue with the audiences. I look online, and the main reaction is that the prologue, the first 30 minutes of the movie, is the added story part for those who are going to see the movie. Well, and people have problems with it, mainly because of Batgirl and Batman, all that relationship.
Yeah.
But we'll just spoil it. We're gonna have spoilers here, so they Batman and Batgirl get together in this movie, which was odd. I had it spoiled for me before going in, so I wasn't really surprised because I already knew what was going to happen.
I was okay with it, just because, like, in Batman Beyond 2.0, I think it's like issue 28, I think, or something, and it shows Barbara, and she actually got pregnant by Batman.
Yeah.
And that's why Dick and Bruce had a big falling out. And so, like, I was okay with it just because I've seen it before.
Yeah, it's Bruce Timm's. That's his world that he's incorporated.
Yeah.
Instead of Catwoman, it's Batgirl for Batman. So I don't know. Actually, Batman in his world ends up alone, old and alone in Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
So,
but I know a lot of people fussed about that issue. A lot of people. And
I think it's pretty over. I think people are overreacting.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, so what? It's Batgirl. He's done it with Talia. He's done it with Catwoman. It's like, why? What's different about Batgirl?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's kind of a, apprenticeship, and it's Jim Gordon's daughter, and I guess I can see how people would be like taken aback, but I wasn't really expecting the animation to be as good as it was. I mean, I don't feel like it was rushed or anything, but it felt choppy.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I was pretty impressed with it. I mean, the action sequences in the beginning were pretty cool with Batgirl on top of the truck and trying to stop. I thought it it was so awesome to see it in theaters, like on the big screen with surround sound.
Yeah, yeah.
It made me like so like excited for like just to imagine seeing like the Flashpoint Paradox like on the big screen like that. That would be
Or
awesome
even
just
like,
to even watch the past.
or even like Dark Knight Returns.
Oh,
That
that
would
would be
have been
so
awesome.
awesome if they do an event like that. I'm there.
Mhm.
Like just do a marathon of that. Or just, build my own theater or something like that. Home theater. Eventually. But anyways, that prologue, of course. But what do you think of the, definitely after the 30-minute mark, we went right into the Joker story, the Killing Joke story.
When we finally started getting into it, I was getting more excited because I liked the prologue. I didn't mind it. I knew they had to do the prologue no matter what, because there was just not enough story to make a very long movie. Mm-hmm. So when they finally got into it, I was excited, and I thought that they did the novel, the graphic novel. I thought they did it justice. Like, I thought that a lot of it was taken word for word, and the scenes looked familiar, and I just thought, they're doing their best with their artists and everything and their animation, and I think they killed it on the Killing.
I'd have to agree with that. How faithful it was, and this story, it's one of the best, really. Like Joker stories, there's a lot of complex themes in this, and it's disturbing material. Mm-hmm. Of course, for those who don't know, but very violent and unsettling things happen in this. For Joker he's trying to make a point. He's trying to make a point that everyone can be like him, and all it does is takes one bad day.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome to have Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy.
Oh yeah,
back here, and they were absolutely amazing they've always been amazing, and they've done it for over 20 years. Mm-hmm. in these roles, and Mark Hamill did an awesome job voicing, and he did his little song and dance number,
and that was incredible.
In the graphic novel, you can't really tell. He's definitely dancing, but in the graphic novel, it's just words.
I think it actually has little music notes next to it, and I was actually trying to make up my own song while I read it, and it definitely wasn't the same song that they had.
Was really cool to have them make their own musical number and see it come to life was something else. Kevin Cotton, Tara Strong was also very good. Yeah, she was the original Batgirl animated series. And she's done a lot of voice work. They're all pretty much legends in the voice work world.
Yeah, they really are. I loved Kevin Conroy's laugh at the end. That was so cool to hear him laugh like Joker.
Yeah,
like to hear Batman laugh is pretty scary because something's
wrong. Something's off. And it kind of reminded me that, I don't know if it was the first time he laughed, but it was in the animated series when Harley captures him and he's hanging by his, upside down above these, like there's piranhas below, and then he starts laughing. And he's like, I don't like that. You're scaring me. Harley's like, you're scaring me. But, oh, goodness. It was so awesome to see them clash in this storyline. It's definitely Mark Hamill. He said he's always wanted to do this story, and he's going to retire after this. But I don't think he's going to, because they've had an interview with him where he loves the Joker. He loves coming back because the Joker's character is so good, because he's insane and unpredictable.
And it's never the same.
Yeah.
Well, he's already back. If you noticed during Comic-Con last week, they debuted Justice League Action, the new animated series, and Kevin Conroy and both Mark Hamill are both in that now too. So he didn't. His
Can't wait for
retirement
that.
wasn't very long.
I can't wait for Justice League action. That's going to be great too. DC animation, it's they kill it. They are so good in what they've created, and it's hard for me to, because I'm a fanboy myself. It's hard for me to be critical of these movies because, you know, I'm trying to think of movies that haven't been great lately. I guess the latest Justice League movies haven't been really up to par with, you know.
Like the JLA versus the Teen Titans.
That one was okay,
Yeah.
you know. Even if the movie's okay, I'm like, yeah, that was great. Yeah,
It was
I
still
love
better than Marvel's animation.
Marvel hasn't really done a lot of animation, really.
No, I mean, their classics are Spider-Man and X-Men. And then anything else after that, you don't ever hear about. You always hear about DC's animated universe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Marvel has their cinematic universe okay with their formula. But, man, I really enjoyed it. Batman, the Killing Joke. I guess just final thoughts. The 30-minute prologue, I liked it okay. I can understand people's criticisms, but I'm liking that they brought more backstory. They made an attempt.
Yeah, 'cause you have to feel attached to Barbara somehow. You can't just show her get shot and be attached to her.
I guess they didn't really have to go to such extremes as them getting together, but I mean, Bruce Timm is always like that, I guess. I don't understand. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty. There's a lot of action, and could have used some more work with that. But that's yeah. But the Killing Joke portion was great to see on screen, and I guess I'll give this an A minus. I'm gonna give it an A minus.
I think I would agree. An A minus too. I especially liked, even though like, yeah, they had to add some stuff in, like even at the final scene when they're in the fun house and then they break through the glass and then they're in a kitchen that was upside down. Like just the fact that they paid enough attention to detail that was Joker's kitchen when he had his wife before she died. Like to be able to put that together and be like, yeah, let's bring that back. Like that was awesome. Even though that's not in the graphic novel, that was awesome to see in the movie. And I just thought that kind of attention to detail. Yeah, the first half people didn't like, and it might have been a little bit slow, but the second half was phenomenal. So I'd give it an A minus as well.
Yeah, and it was great to see this come to life, and we'll look forward to maybe seeing an on-screen Ben Affleck and Jared Leto Killing Joke story. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
In the future for the cinematic universe is there's a lot of potential, you know, and I hope that they bring in the Bat family. Not every Robin, but I guess the big three Robin, you know, Robin's Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Tim Drake.
You don't like Damien?
Not really. I mean, he's grown on me, but and you know, I feel like they have so much potential, and they need to bring in Batgirl or Oracle.
Oracle would be cool.
That'd be just fantastic.
Yeah.
But any other thoughts?
No, I think we covered it pretty good on Killing Joke.
All right. Well, if you love it, I mean, if you like our review, check out the Killing Joke animated movie. Definitely recommend it. We'll go ahead and next week or this next week, the Suicide Squad comes out. So
We're
definitely
going to be reviewing that
review
one.
that Sunday. Yeah, this upcoming week. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.